In this video, I'm going to share with you my tips for locating, observing, and photographing wildlife safely and respectfully on your RV adventures. Hi, my name is Karen Blue, and as a full-time Airstream traveler and nature enthusiast, I can tell you there's nothing like spotting wildlife. In the last 4 years on the road, I've seen countless bears, moose, bison, and more. Some encounters were planned and others happened unexpectedly in the wild. And while I'm not a professional wildlife photographer, I have learned a few tips on how to find and photograph animals, while most importantly, keeping yourself and wildlife safe. Fortunately, some of the best places to photograph wildlife are in the natural areas that we use our RVs to escape to. Some of the top national parks for large populations of wildlife include Yellowstone, Grand Tetons, and Rocky Mountain National Park in the lower 48. A Google search for the animal within a state may help you locate a park, refuge, or reserve. A few of the top states for big animals like bears, bison, bighorn sheep, and moose include bears: California, Maine, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Washington, and Alaska. Bison: South Dakota, Nebraska, Montana, Colorado, and Oklahoma. Bighorn sheep: Nevada, New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, Utah, Washington, Idaho, and Wyoming. Moose: Alaska, Maine, Minnesota, Montana, Washington, and Wyoming. Some wildlife is active throughout the day, but generally the best times to increase your chances are near dawn and dusk, when they're more likely to be out and about in search of food. Animals can often be spotted right from the road and are less spooked by vehicles than people, making your car the perfect wildlife blind. If you are out on a hike, scan for fresh tracks or animal droppings that indicate wildlife presence. Look to the forest or meadow edge or beside streams. I once had a moose cross right in front of me while I was in my pack raft in the middle of a lake. Anytime you encounter large wildlife, give them lots of space to move about. The general distance recommendation is to stay 25 yards or 75 feet from most wildlife, and 100 yards or 300 feet from predators like bears and wolves. No measuring tape? Here's a little trick. Outstretch your arm and hold up a thumb. Close one eye, and if your thumb covers the animal entirely, you are at a safe distance. There is a saying in photography that the best camera is the one that you have with you. So go ahead and take those shots with your phone, but if you want the close-up, in-focus shots, a long lens and preparation are key. I recommend a minimum of a 200mm focal length with as small of an aperture as you can afford. Long lenses are expensive, so another great way to extend your reach is with a teleconverter. To get sharp focus, moving animals in larger lenses require a faster shutter speed. To find the right shutter speed, you can start with the focal length of your lens. For example, if you are using a 200mm lens, shoot at 1/200th of a second and increase your shutter speed, according to the speed of the animal. A tripod or monopod can also help. I have my basic settings saved as a custom setting on my camera, which include aperture priority, autofocus settings, and continuous shooting drive mode to increase my chances of getting a good shot. Before I head out, I tweak these settings based on the environment and type of wildlife I anticipate photographing, and that way I'm ready to shoot. Hopefully you found value in these basic tips and you have a guideline to get you started with wildlife photography on your RV adventures. Local park rangers and wildlife managers are a great source of additional information. Don't risk your safety, and remember that wildlife photography is about capturing the animal in its natural environment, not manipulating it to get the perfect photo. Oh my gosh, his paws are so cute!